And Pagasa continues to monitor a low-pressure area near Masbate City. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with the discovery of the debris of the missing Cessna 340 plane in Kamalig Albay. The Office of the Civil Defense said the wreckage was found on a slope of Mayon volcano. Rescue personnel are already headed to the possible accident site located in Barangay Kirangay. 4 people were aboard the aircraft when it took off from Bicol International Airport on Saturday. The Cessna 340 plane is the second of its type to disappear in Luzon airspace in less than a month. In other news, Malacanang says a circulating memo on supposed deduction of government worker salaries is fake. Presidential Communications Office Secretary Cheloy Garfield dismissed the document as a hoax, adding that they are now coordinating with authorities to determine its source. The document claimed that Malacanang approved a relief fund for earthquake victims in Turkey, which will be pulled from the salary of government employees. In weather, Pagasa continues to monitor a low-pressure area within the Philippine territory. The LPA was last spotted some 40 kilometers east of Masbate City. Although it is less likely to develop into a tropical depression, moderate to heavy rainfall is still expected in several areas. These include Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, Quezon, Bicol, and Samar provinces. Other areas, including Metro Manila, may also expect light to moderate rains. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Transport officials are still studying the allocation of 100,000 additional slots for TNVS. Here's the report.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, is still in the process of studying the basis for distributing an additional 100,000 slots for transport network vehicle services nationwide. According to LTFRB board member Engineer Risa Paches, they are coordinating with local governments to determine which places need the additional slots.
Sa ngayon, yung sinasabi po nating hatian is still being determined as to the distribution. Now, kung sinasabi natin na there's still hindi pa po legal si MC Taxi, kaya nga po the MC would also set the time when it is proper kasi hindi po tayo pwedeng magbukas ng something na hindi pa po siya nagkakaroon ng nationwide or national na law, ano po. Sa ngayon, yung distribution, I cannot say it today because it is still going to be dependent upon the calculation. In terms of the demand, particularly ng mga cities na binabalak na paglagyan.
Another thing that the agency is waiting on is the study on the safety of motorcycle taxis. Pache said the technical working group headed by the Land Transportation Office, or LTO, will be sending the results to Congress for further evaluation.
The committee sa ngayon is headed by the LTO, yung TWG for the MC Taxi, ay ang pagkakaalam po ay meron na po silang final result ng study nila and they are actually endorsing it already to the appropriate committees for deliberation or action. Kasi doon po sila magsasubmit I think sa Senate at saka sa Congress nung resulta po ng studies.
With all these moving parts, the agency still cannot say when the additional slots will open. Calls for additional TNVS franchise slots resurfaced after increased demand over the holidays.
Here are some of the entertainment stories we're watching. Senator Robin Padilla says the MTRCB has committed to ban international movie playing from screening in cinemas. Padilla is accusing the people behind the film of putting the island of Jolo in a bad light. Meanwhile, the MMDA maintains that the motorists using fame and connections should not get away with traffic violations. This comes after pop band Steven Speaks was reportedly spared in exchange for a selfie. And Miss Universe Philippines unveils its top 40 candidates for this year's edition of the pageant. The lineup included married women and single mothers for the first time in history. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.